the Tausug tribe. So let's talk about Tausug. So the term Tausug is derived from two words, Tao and Osog. So Tao means person or people, while Osog is current. So the term Tausog is translate people of current. They are primarily an Islamist group located in Solo Archipelago, known for their unique language, livelihood, and culture. The history about Tausug is the Tausug tribe located in Solo has a rich history that includes migration, the formation of sultanate, and conflicts with colonial powers. The earliest people in the area were the Baronon, followed by other groups leading to the rise of Tausug as a key ethnic group. Islam was the Islam was introduced around 1280 CE, which helped establish the Solo Sultanate, a political system that united various ethnic groups. The arrival of the Spaniards in the late 1500s leads to the Moro Wars, where the Tausug fought to maintain their independence despite challenges from colonial force. The Tausug managed to keep their autonomy. In the late 19th century, American colonization brought new pressures, but the Tausug continued to resist. Over the years, various movements emerged to address injustice, leading to the creation of the autonomous regions of Muslim Mindanao in 1989. However, tensions have persisted, reflecting that. So now, let's talk about the livelihood of the Tausug people. So, you know what? The Tausug people are mainly earn their living through farming, fishing, and trading. So, they are divided into two groups, the Paranium and the Gimbahonon. So, the Paranium is the coastal dwellers, while the Gimbahon is the hill people. The Paranon focus on fishing and trading, while the Gimbahonon are primarily farmers growing rice, fruits, and coffee. They often sell their produce at low price to middlemen. The Paranon also engage in barter trade with neighboring countries. Some also works in government jobs, while others rely on merchants to sell their goods. Women weave mats and men create bamboo craft for additional income. A traditional practice called pagsanda allows them to use property as collateral for loans. So now, let's move to the political system of Tausug people or Tausug tribe. So the political structures of the Tausug people is based on the Raha system which existed before the Sultanate of Solo was established in 1450 CE. So now, we'll talk about the culture, customs, and traditions of the Tausug tribe. So, the cultures, customs, and traditions of the Tausug people are deeply rooted in kinship and social relationship with blood ties, forming foundations for their society. Culture, costumes, and traditions. Tausug cultures is deeply rooted in family and social relationships. Kinship is very important, and they have specific terms for family member. They value respect and mutual support within families. The Tausug have traditions for clan revenge called Mamaholi, often arising from disputes. Their society was historically divided into three classes: nobility, commoners, and slaves. Events like pregnancy, childbirth, and marriage are celebrated with specific rituals. So, education traditionally focused on Quran studies, and circumcisions is practiced for both gender. These rituals blend locals and Islamic traditions. So let's move on the religious belief and practice of Tausug. So the Tausug peoples adhere to standard Islamic belief and practice, viewing the Quran is the divine word of Allah revealed to the Prophet Muhammad. And next is the traditional houses and community of the Tausug people. So the Tausug people is typically live in large community. Traditional houses, the Baisog. So now, we'll talk about the arts and crafts of the Tausug tribe. So Those are the Tausug arts carvings. Tausug artists create intricate carvings, especially on grave markers called sundok, which features geometric and floral designs. They also decorate sakayan, or trigger boats, with these carvings. Metalworks. Tausug blacksmith make bladed weapons like bolo, kalis, and barong, often adorned with beautiful floral and geometric patterns. They also craft jewelry from gold and silver inlaid with semi-precious stones. Woodworks. This includes beautifully designed handles for weapons and various household items made from wood. Pottery. Tausug pottery is practical and often features simple geometric designs. They also make totop, or plate covers, from coconut and bori leaves, decorated with colored pandan leaves. Textry. Textries like lohol, or canopies, and kikitil, or wall hangings, showcase abstract designs known as okel, which are used for home decorations. Embroidery. These arts from enhanced textiles such as tablecloths and bedspreads, adding decorative elements. Mat making. Mats makings known as baloy. Mat making. Mats known as baloy are crafted from pandanus, leaves, and often display geometric pattern. Next is textiles and fashions. Next is textile and fashion. Traditional clothing features unique designs with traditional clothing focus unique design with traditional clothing features unique designs with a focus on intricate weaving. Basketry. Baskets are made from local materials, showcasing the craftsmanship of the Tausug people. So we will talk about the traditional attire of the Tausug people. So we all know that the Tausug people are, when it comes to attire, they are very unique. So their attire for women are bitiyawi, habultiyain, patadyong, while for men is the sawal kopot, sawal katiyo, bajolapi, kandet. So attire for women. Biyatawi, a blouse made from plain materials like satin, often decorated with tambuko, or gold or silver buttons. It is usually worn with loose trousers called sawal, made of silk or brocade. Habol tiyahin, a decorative piece that can be worn over the shoulder or hung on one arm. Kambot, a sash that women weave, although it is less common now. Patadyong, a versatile skirt that can be used as a head cover sash or hammock, influenced by various cultural design. Attire for men. Sawal kopot, tight trouser that features decorative slits and buttons. Sawal kantiyo, loose trousers that are more comfortable. Bajulapi, a collarless jacket worn over the trouser, often decorated with tamboko. Kandit, a piece used to secure the trouser. So, this is attire for both men and women. Patadyong. So this skirt is worn by both men and women and serves multiple purposes, showcasing the versatility of Tausug clothing. So overall, the traditional attire of the Tausug people reflect the rich cultural heritage with intricate designs and craftsmanship that tell stories of her identity and history.
The next is Tausug literary arts. Tausug literature encompasses both poetry and prose, divided into two, the folk and the Islamic traditions. The next is Tausug folktales. Tausug narratives compose two main forms. Kesa are sacred stories that tells about historical people and religious events. These are told or sung to teach lessons and entertain listeners. On the other hand, kata-kata are made up stories about magical or powerful character. The Kisa stories include Salsila, the family stories, Kisasin kan creation stories. The Kisasin Yusulan, original, the origin. The Islamic literature of the Tausug people. The Tausug people also have Islamic literature that shows their deep faith. This includes Arabic text, stories about the Prophet Muhammad, called Hadat, and the Khutbah, which are ceremonies given on a Friday at the mosque. The next is Tausug musical instrument and folk song. Tausug music features a variety of instruments and the folk vocal traditions. Tausug music is a very lively and is part of their daily life, rituals, and celebrations. One well-known musical group is the Kolintangan Ensemble, which is made of small gongs, a big gongs known, and drums. It usually takes 5 or more players and it is used during dance and parties. Tausug folk dance. Tausug folk dance are rich in cultural significance with the most prominent being with pangalay, which is the very graceful and elegant. It is tell stories about the daily life like Tauti, where the fisherman dives for catfish. There are also dances that copy nature, like Lingisan, which imitates birds, and the Sowa Sowa, which shows trees swaying in the wind. To keep this dance alive, a group called the Tamboli Cultural Troupe was created in 1974 by researcher Ligaya Fernando Amelbanga. Amelbangsa. This group helps protect Tausug dance, music, and traditions. Tausug people are represented in various media forms that provide news, education, and entertainment. There are two radio stations, the DZMM in Hulu and the DKGD, and what is being done to preserve the Tausug tribe. Tausug people keep their culture alive by teaching and doing traditional dance. One important dance is called Pangalay. They perform this dance at festival and weddings to celebrate their traditions and share with others. The number two is the Tausug language, known as Bahasa Sug, is still spoken in homes, school, and religious. classes. It is an important part of the daily life for the Tausug people.
Celebrating culture through festival. Tausug culture is shared through local event and festival where people wear traditions clothes, perform dance, and show their crafts. This helps young people learn and take in pride their heritage. Protecting ancestral land. Tausug leaders and communities work to protect their lands from illegal logging or grabbing. Number 5. Cultural schools and programs. The schools of living traditions SLCs teach Tausug crafts, dance, music, and stories to young people. These schools are supported by the NCCE.